Hi everyone. I'm going to be doing something a little different to start off today. Um, as you can see, you see some pictures, and I'm starting off today with a little tribute to Ginny. As I mentioned last week, um, she was I had to take her to the vet, and after I filmed last week, we did take her down to the vet, and unfortunately, the prognosis was not very good. She was dehydrated, she was anemic, and she had a cancerous growth on the side of her neck, and the growth was pushing against her throat, which was making it very difficult for her to eat and drink water. So the vet's recommendation was to just let her go. So we opted to have her put down, and which we did. It was a very difficult time for the family. So I wanted to pay tribute to Jenny uh, before we get started. So, anyways, I hope everyone has been having a wonderful week. I hope you had a good weekend. Um, let's see. What's really been going on? Oh, like I said, we had our things with Ginny, and latter part of the week, I was busy running my mother-in-law around to her doctor's appointments. Saturday, I kind of stayed home because it's been cold. Oh my gosh, it's been so freaking cold here. It's crazy. Today is the first day in 10 days where the temperature is actually supposed to be above freezing. And I think tomorrow is supposed to be a little bit warmer. And then it's going to turn cold again. Not not as bad as it was, but a little bit. So let's see. That was pretty much the weekend. Actually, Sunday we had a little bit of a scare. We're still not out of the woods yet, and my other female whippet, Mia, we had gone. My daughter and I had gone. My son was working. My daughter and I had gone down to the local grocery store. We were gone maybe about 2 hours, and we come back, and Mia was on her stomach, laying in the hall, and her feet were front feet were out like this, and her back feet were stretched out. She had fallen. I don't know if she had had a seizure or if she just fell. And I picked her up, and she had no use of her front legs. So her heartbeat was pretty rapid, and she was panting, drooling. I think she was stressed. Got her over on a dog bed, and she pretty much stayed there all of Sunday. And she yesterday morning she tried to get up, and she was I call it she was acted like she was drunk. She was bobbing and weaving as she walked. She really struggled to walk, and I was concerned that we were going to lose her also, which would have been very, very devastating to lose both of my female dogs in a week. So I've been sleeping out in the living room with her, keeping her on the dog bed, sleeping out in the living room. And when she gets up, I wake up, and I have been assisting her. Now, this morning, she she was up 4 times to get a drink of water, and I was right there with her. She walked out onto the dining room floor, which is all wood, and her feet were kind of sliding, but I was there just, I wasn't holding her, but I just had my hands on the side of her to guide her. But she was able to get up off the bed by herself. Her ears were up. She looked a little bit more perky in the face. She got a huge, she, like I said, 4 times, huge drinks of water. She really hasn't started eating again, but that could change. I was able to get her meds in her. Um, she got her meds about 9 o'clock, and this morning, and she laid on one of the big dog beds about 6 feet from the fireplace, and I think she liked the warmth, and she was laying there snoozing for quite some time. And let's see, maybe an hour, hour and a half ago, she kind of woke up, and she's just kind of laying there, relaxed on the bed. So, which is a good thing. So I'll have to wait and see what's how she progresses. So, like I said, it was a scare, but and we're still not out of the woods because I'm concerned. If she, especially if she doesn't continue eating. Oh, I'm sorry, if she continues not eating. So, but she seems probably about 90% of where she was on Saturday. And that's the strange part about it. It was Sunday morning, she got up, she was her normal self, she ate, everything was fine. So I don't know if she had had a seizure and fell, because she has had one. She had one this spring. I don't know if she had a seizure. I don't know if she just fell and stressed herself. I don't know, but I have to keep an eye on her. Let's see. Last week. Like I said, I took the mother-in-law around to doctor's appointments. Didn't really do too much Saturday because it was cold. Sunday, I did some laundry down in the village, and my daughter and I went grocery shopping for my mother-in-law. Monday, which was yesterday, I went and picked up Ginny's ashes. I know. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I had to shut the drape because the sun was in my face and it was blinding me. So I couldn't, I wanted to be able to see. Anyways, I can show what we got for Ginny is we got paw prints, which I thought was really adorable. We have, it's hard to see because it's a name tag, and it says certify that Ginny, the Gates family was cremated 12/10, and oh darn, it's hard to see. Oh, there it is. You can see right here. This is some of her fur they gave us in a plastic bag, which was nice. And here she is. It's a really, really pretty. It's rosewood. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous box that her ashes are in. So I thought that was really, really sweet. Really, really nice. So I picked her up yesterday. So she's back home with us now. Let's see. The rest of the week. Tomorrow I have to take my mother-in-law to another doctor's appointment. She has to go see the cardiologist. We'll see how that goes. Thursday, I have to be into the university for staff meeting, and then I have electrolysis. Friday, I have my advocacy meeting at the hospital, and the lab is having, and they call it an all-hands communications meeting. The lab director has a meeting for everyone in the lab, and it's kind of like a state of the things or state of the lab type of address. Maybe filling us in on funding and what have you going forward. Saturday, I have to do my monthly volunteer work. I don't have to, I just do it. My monthly volunteer work at the town hall. Sunday, probably be going grocery shopping with my daughter for my mother in law. And then we're into the start of Christmas week next week. Um, Hopefully, Mia improves and it won't be a very disturbing, upsetting Christmas. Because that was my thought yesterday, was if she has to be put down, um, it would not be a very happy holiday for the three of us here. Um, I mean, my daughter is still upset over Ginny, and I think if we lost Mia, that would be even more devastating. So right now, even with Ginny gone, none of us, the three of us, really aren't planning anything big for Christmas. Kind of keep it low key and quiet. But anyways, we'll see how the weekend progresses, and we go from there. I was hoping maybe, well, I'll talk about it maybe more next week. But I was hoping that maybe I could do. I'll do my weekly video, but maybe Christmas Day I might pop on real quick and do a really short video. But we'll wait and see. The one thing I didn't talk about was I had my telehealth visit with my HRT doctor last Wednesday. That went well. She's very, very happy with my blood work and the way things are progressing. Golly, it's next month will be 4 years. Wow, doesn't seem like it. But anyways, and we talked about I guess you want to say the future of our visits. The U.S. federal government is making it very difficult for doctors like my provider to operate. It's not so much passing laws as they get the Department of Justice involved, and they litigate a lot of these providers. He was talking about how there's one provider, I don't remember her name now, but anyways, this provider, she won the lawsuit that the Department of Justice had filed against her, and they turned around and appealed it. So even though she won the case, she is thinking of throwing the towel in and quitting practicing, because the cost involved of this litigation, we're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars. And she's like, I just can't keep going like that. So this is what my provider is kind of not afraid of, but the possibility exists that he could be next. And so they've kind of are going to be dialing back some of the services that they offer after the first of the year. So the gal that I see, her and I were talking about that, and probably, actually, the doctor did send out a letter yesterday, and for those that do not live in, I think it's Michigan, Alabama, and Tennessee, after the first year, if you wish to remain a patient, you have to do on-site visits. They're not going to be doing telehealth visits anymore. They will in the future, but for now, they're going to dial those back. So, which means, as I said, my doctor and I talked about it, is my next visit, which we're talking about in May, I will have to go to Detroit if I want to see her and continue to see her. It's not a problem, especially since I had my trip canceled. I have the credit, so I essentially the trip's already paid for. So if I have to do it come May, I'll be able to do it. Um, so we'll have to wait and see how that progresses over time. Um, Golly, I think that's pretty much about it. My boring week. Sorry. Um, so I think I just kind of rambled on long enough. So I'm gonna kind of wrap things up here. Um, as always, I appreciate everyone watching, and I consider you all part of my extended family. And I make these videos every week so I can keep in contact with all of you. As always, like, share, subscribe. If you have any comments, suggestions, topics you would like me to talk about, please, 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 in the comment section below. I try very, very hard to answer all comments. Trying to think. I think that's pretty much about it. So I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of your week. I hope you have an even better weekend. And I will see everyone here next Tuesday. Bye, everyone.